Sagittarius. I'm Lisi, the High Priestess. This can resonate in your past, present, or future conversation. Someone around you, okay? Something you're watching on TV. This is a brand new channel. Press like, subscribe, notification. If you hit the notification, you can watch my lives. If not, you will have to wait 12 hours until this is released, okay? The first card that I get is the Page of Staff and the Seven of Cups, okay? So I feel like you're learning different topics all at once, okay? I see you studying, okay? I feel like I got so many things to do, so little bit of time. Also, I feel like someone here has studied 7 different topics, okay? 7 different things. Also, I feel like you're watching 7 different zodiac signs, okay? Also, I feel like someone is calling someone crazy. It's an injustice. Is someone calling you crazy, or did you call someone crazy? And I want to let you guys know that we have to be very careful throwing out the word crazy out there. Because I'm going to tell you something who was crazy. Einstein was crazy. Okay. Nostradamus was crazy. Newton was crazy. Darwin was crazy. Who was the guy that cut his own ear off? He was crazy. I think he's the one that, what was his name? Now I got to look it up. Okay. Hold on. The famous artist that cut his ears off. Who was he? Vincent Van Gogh. Yeah, he was crazy. Renaissance era. Those that were in the Renaissance era were crazy. Da Vinci, Michelangelo, Raphael. All of these people were crazy. They were crazy. Einstein was crazy. Do you know he decided not to speak his first words until he was 4 because he felt that everybody was stupid around him? How crazy is that, right? We got to be careful what we say to people because you got to be crazy enough to step outside the box. Do you know a lot of artists have mental illness because they live on only one side of the brain? Yeah, 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 yeah. Do you think people didn't call them crazy? These graveyard diggers back in the past, yeah, they would have chopped their heads off if they found out they were digging out bodies and they were trying to study them so they can discover new diseases. They were crazy. I will tell you exactly who's bat ass crazy. Hitler was, but at the end of the day, Hitler did a lot of things with science and a lot of things with spirituality. I'm not a fan of Hitler, but he did do a lot of science that none of us will ever have the balls to do. You got to be bat ass crazy to do some of the things that Hitler did, right? The 8 of Cups and the 5 of Cups. People who aren't crazy, they do things mundane. For example, they worry about the food that they're going to eat. They worry about, paying some bills, which you should always, this is part of life. But crazy people, like fantastic people, these artists, a starving artist, by the way, how many artists were completely broke before they tried something crazy that made them famous? Did you know Soldier Boy? He used to work at Burger King. And when YouTube happened and he came out with the song "You" or whatever, that Superman, that hoe or whatever, he was crazy enough to come with something so dumb that moved the masses. They inspired the masses. You gotta really think about it. How the masses can be easily manipulated. You made Soldier Boy famous by saying you. Who really is crazy? Yet you called Einstein crazy? You ever look up the history on vampires? If I'm not mistaken, Valentine's Day, the dark side is from that vampire man. If I'm not mistaken, I don't go too much into history on that. Now we got machines that are vampires. They suck the blood out of you and then they give life to somebody else. The plasma, all of that. Energy vampires. There's people now that they can hang out with you, and just by hanging out with you, they can take your resource. They can take your energy. They're called energy vampires. It's like they could plug into you. That's why I say be careful who you give your body to, because everybody has a portal. Not that I want you to imagine mine, but if I spread my legs open for you and I showed you my portal, it can be hypnotizing. Not just mine, yours. It's a portal. Through this vagina, I can give birth, and nobody gives us credit for that. And through their penis that inserts inside of us, they could put themselves, they could put a version of themselves in us. It's a whole portal. It brings, creates life. You got to be careful who you give yourself to. Now, us too often, we have these one night stands and all of that, and then wonder, get all upset that, oh, he just one night stand me. But you let him, you let her. You let her enter your portal and you mixed your energy with them, and now you can feel some kind of way when they leave you. The Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Swords. When will we stop this insanity? Look at the portal. Look at the portal. These holes. That's not the only portal we have. We have this portal right here, our third eye. I'll tell you how many. We have the portals of our eyes. We have our portals of our ears. We so I'm gonna tell you, I was studying blood for a second. I was studying blood for a second. I gotta finish this book. Do you know the power of a leech? Do you know we can get leech? It can actually clean out our cells. It can actually. Do you know there's certain leeches that are being used for certain body parts, and they keep them alive until they put them on you. I think keeping an ear alive, keeping the finger alive, you could, there's certain leeches that they could put on there, and it just keeps circling the blood in and out onto that body part until it's actually put into you. It's kept it alive to where now you can still use your fingers. Do you know Sagittariuses tend to be doctors, RN, caregivers? They're the innovators. They're very intelligent people. They're the smartest, other than Aquarius. Now, I was like, other than Aquarius, no, no. I am a Saggy myself. I don't tell too many. I guess that's the only. I completely dismiss that a lot on me. I have a little special heart. I dismiss my Cancer and my Sagittarius placements a lot, and I put into a high standard my Scorpio, Aquarius, and Capricorn. I put them in high regards. But oh, and Taurus, every now and then I try to dismiss it too. I was like, I dismiss it. Let me tell you something. Did you know the pyramids? Okay, is it in the Wheel of Fortune that it's here? Okay. The bull, Leo, and then there's Scorpio and Aquarius. Do you know pyramids? Did you know pyramids? They have these four important placements right here. They have Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio. Why? It's like a connector to the top of the world. I don't know why I feel like I have to tell you this. Sagittarius, do you know, was it on yours in Capricorn? Okay, where 2021 was very special and 20 2012 too was very special. On December 21st, for the last day of this, for the Mayan calendar, Aztec calendar, and I believe Sagittarius, I think it's the beginning of Capricorn. Let me check it out. Okay. Let me check it out. Sagittarius. Yes, it's the very last day. December 21st, 2012 was the last day of the Aztec calendar. Also, December 21st, 2021 was I don't know how long the Bethlehem or the North Star reappeared after being gone for thousands of years. This last year, you enter a portal. You have a very divine portal. Very divine. It's a shame if you were to waste it. Also, Sagittarius, you're the ninth astrological sign. Okay. You're associated with the constellation of Sagittarius and spans 2040 and 27th degrees of the zodiac. Under the tropical zodiac, the sun that transits the sign between approximately November 23rd and December 21st. Um, your symbol is an archer. Your element is fire. Your ruling planet is Jupiter. Okay, your birthstones are turquoise, tannazine, citrusine, zircon, topaz. What should Sagittarius marry? An Aries or a Leo? Those are all fire signs. As they speak the same emotional language, the air signs Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. So you get along with the air signs, but you know they say more air, more fire. Okay. What are your weaknesses? Ooh. Sagittarius tend to be blunt, careless, and judgmental when setbacks arise. And but when they do end up committing, okay, the conflict with the worldly goals, they tend to lack follow through. Were Sagittarius attracted to a Gemini? Wow, I did not know. It says Sagittarius tend to fall in love hard and fast. I believe that. Are Sagittarius loyal? Are loving, loyal, and honest partners. However, freedom is very important for a Sagittarius. Okay, maybe that's why you could get along with Aquariuses. And that's just going what the internet is saying. I believe in other placements. What are your top threes? Your top four is actually, well, I was talking about this pyramid. That would teach you a lot about the portals of your personality. Your top fours, you should definitely check your birth chart. It's important. There's a lot more different astrologers out here they're very smart on that. And I say, I like to learn a little bit of everything. I don't claim to be the smartest person, but I can teach because I have experienced a lot and I have learned a lot in my lifetime. But extra power to your spell. Okay, I feel like dancing is very important for a Sagittarius because you require a lot of fire inside of you. You have a lot of fire inside of you. I feel like if you have trouble manifesting, a dance should help you. Listen to music that helps your soul. See, the kind of music you listen to is very important. Are you listening to high vibrational music or are you listening to lower vibrational music? You don't know what that is? Please look it up. Okay. And I get the family, the mob, a gang, and organization. Okay. Spiritual alchemy. So with these cards coming out, like people that vibrate low tend to get themselves involved in gangs and the mob, because that's the kind of language they speak, and they could be all action. Okay. Do you know when I'm trying to find out if it's a drug dealer right here? I get the Sagittarius card, the queen or the king of um wands, or because that could be a witch, that could be a wizard. And I also get the alchemist. Also, you guys can enter organizations such as the government to get it done. You can enter organizations such as institutions like um law school, becoming doctors, becoming scholars, okay, councilmen in the Congress, because you guys can make it happen for a whole group. One of you could be five. You could do a work of five people with just you by yourself. I don't know. I guess I'm teaching you how to learn. The Two of Cups and the Six of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. And I feel like that's why you guys tend to be in these high paying jobs. Okay. If you're smart, if you chose not to hit the mob, if you chose to become a doctor, you chose to become a lawyer. You guys have so much knowledge, so much power with your hands that, aggressively you can get what you want by the will that you have. Also, the Three of Swords, you guys tend to be very judgmental on people, and that could be a setback. Please always get to know people before you judge them. Do not judge a cover by its book or the book of the cover. Okay, don't judge it. Get to read the book before you judge it, because you could definitely call somebody crazy, and later in life you see that person has become a somebody. And there's nothing worse than someone calling you crazy, and later on in life you become somebody. You get to look back at someone and be like, remember when you called me crazy? I was crazy enough to do it. The Three of Swords and the Judgment. We will all be judged on the same way that we judge on other people. No, don't be throwing rocks at a glass house. You know what I'm saying? Sagittariuses tend to be very, very judgmental. I know this because I was raised by one. But then I'm very glad, and I'm an Aquarius. I'm very, very grateful that it was a Sagittarius that that raised me, because she taught me not to be a weak person. Sagittarius can teach you to be strong, and they can teach you to be a scholar. And it takes a lot of discipline to get there, a lot of cutthroat. Why is it that the Sagittarius, like, he's half man and half whatever the else he is? Why? Because you have to be cutthroat to reach where you need to be. He has an arrow and he's aiming at something, and he has to stay focused at it. You have a mean arch. I like it. I hope this taught you a little bit about yourself. Thank you for your time.